Of no, I had it on. Oh Lord, let me play that back. I put it here. I thought that was on. No, because I turned that on. Let's see. Let's see. And you sync that data to your system. Turn right, but it's not case exact girl at one on that the information was and security for right if there was an if there was
Thank you for calling Lift Trust and Safety Dedicated Team. Your author, Mrs. Hondo. May I have your first and last name?
Crystal Ketchup.
Hi, Crystal. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, thanks. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. So I'm calling you today first to say thank you for an amazing day yesterday. I had an absolute wonderful day. The app even let me work longer than 12 hours. I don't know how that happened, but I'm grateful for being able to work, and I made the most I've ever made, ever. So I'm very grateful. But I got up this morning and I was so busy yesterday. I'm not sure if there was an issue with the app because there was so many people looking for rides yesterday. But I found several security issues that I think warrant your attention. Because I don't know that I feel all that safe. You know, I'm safe in the hands of God, but I want all riders and all drivers to be safe and have accurate information within the app. So I'm gonna tell you what happened yesterday and the rides that it happened on, and then see what you think. Okay, so number one, I worked over 12 hours, and the app was still going. The second thing is I have went through each ride yesterday in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I notated information from all 32, 33 rides, and the pickup and the drop off location and time that I have where I pick these people up is consistently different from what you have. That is a major issue
Okay.
on every single ride. So the time. So for example, my very first ride yesterday was at 1:19 p.m. That is the time that you send the ride to me. So that ride was an African girl, and she used the name of something I can't pronounce, and she was at Target, and I dropped her off exactly at 1:41. Your location does not say that. It doesn't have that time, and it doesn't have that place. So in the event there was an emergency, you would be thrown off by the haptics in the app because you wouldn't know what time I was there, and then you wouldn't know what time I left, and you wouldn't know where I am because the location that she went to is not what you have. So the app is like turn left, turn right, but it's not giving any names. So if the app is not picking up where I am, then you don't know where I am. And so
definitely.
right. And so I had the issue on, that my account is reactivated, but it goes all the way back to that issue where I was in the woods with that person and I didn't feel comfortable on the ride. So in that location, my information was changed. You didn't have it, and I know you couldn't have had it because OnStar didn't have it. And they said it took them a minute to update the location and the information. And I said when the person got out of the vehicle, the Wi-Fi and everything shut down because the connection changed. So I think we have a major security issue that your team needs to look at, even if it's just for my account. Because the person from December the 27th, 2025, where the complaint derived, where it came initially, that person is a part of something else that is unrelated to Lyft. And so I believe the location to that rural, remote area was bigger than your platform. Basically, it had nothing to do with you. The person was just able to make me closer to them so that they would get the ride and hop in the car, and then I would be lured somewhere that had nothing to do with you, and then everything shut down. Do you see the danger in that?
Yeah, definitely. And I see where now you feel uncomfortable, and since the accuracy of the time is not even accurate, right?
No, I strongly suggest that I upload every financial journal of mine because I'm a stickler on my miles, how much money I spend, who I pick up and put in my car. If I, anything, because I'm a female, and it was New Year's Eve. Normally I don't drive at night, but Bowling Green is a really really safe area, but you are dealing with people, and so you have to be careful. But I found these bizarre incidents that I feel that I don't want to go back online until I speak with a member that can get this resolved, or maybe I'll try it again today. And if I get a ride and then see what is really going on, because normally I screen record, or I have my location without writing down the customer's information, but I have to have documentation for, IRS, purposes of where you were, how many miles were on your car. And for example, last night I took a ride. I should never be able to go into that app and edit that person's ride. That should not be. And so that happened twice last night. And so I don't like to use people's phones and all of that. I don't like to do that because I have a little bit of IT experience. And if you share someone's phone, then you're sharing in the activity on their IP address. So I don't like to look at people's phone. I don't know what you do with your phone. I don't want my face or anything on your device. It's your device. You're the passenger. First of all, you shouldn't even be out of your seatbelt. So that's just number one. So for that reason, what I think should happen first and foremost is that you need a device that the driver pays for over time. They can pay in a lump sum or they pay over time. And it takes your app to that vehicle and that vehicle to that app. Because you don't have anything connecting the three. And that's what you need to provide the most security for everyone. Because if I picked up a passenger, you need to know, you don't need to say, well, if the car was green, anybody could put the tag on another car. You know what I'm saying? You need to know that VIN number had that person and that car that is attached to this account. And then what you need from there is you need a lift camera. See, you can't trust data coming from my phone because you have artificial intelligence. I can edit the information. I can add words. So you need your own lift camera that is installed in the car when you accept, work, the ability to work, when you get approved to drive. And then from there, that camera records every ride. So in the event you need to pull data, I got it. I don't need anything. We can pull it. We got it right here. And you sync that data to your system. You're able to review the rider and the passenger in the event of an emergency, because there's a little gray area right there where you could be held responsible if someone hits me and then you're waiting on my camera. The person on December 27th had hacked my phone. So my Wi-Fi is going off. I have no way to record now because of the person in the car. So there's some liability there. And that the only way above that, I'm sure an attorney would agree, you would need to provide, at least offer these services. But I prefer that you require them so that in the event of an emergency, anything, you're able to see in that vehicle when you need to. And there shouldn't be anything going on in the vehicle that people would not want you to see. So see, that data is pulled to you. You can discard it whenever you want so that you're not paying for many, many servers all over the place, or you can just whatever. But the point of the matter is there's no link. There's nothing here that says we know Crystal was here and we know Crystal went there. And we know for a fact that she picked up this person because some rides have pictures, some don't, some have prices, some don't. The mileage it's too many inconsistencies. And I love working for Lyft. I love picking up people and helping them progress to their next destination in life. However, I believe that we have the technology to make me feel 100% safe that my device is safe, and that we're not having any type of links or unauthorized access points throughout this location that can change the destination, that can move the person. Like, for example, yesterday I had a ride at 8:03 p.m. to 8:34. It was at BG Airport, and it was going to the Outback Steakhouse. Then he went in and edited the ride and took himself back to the airport and then back to the hotel. But I never picked him up from the airport. I picked him up from the hotel. So you see what I'm saying? In that situation, I felt extremely uncomfortable because, number one, there was no one at all, not a soul at the airport. It was closed. So I was once again in a dark, rural, remote area. Why are you here? Why are you here?
Yeah.
So then the next one, he said, I'm not there. I'm at the hotel. Your app should not allow them to book anywhere that they're not. If you're not within 500 feet, you can't book. I can't. Why am I allowing you to book somewhere where you're not? So he booked me to go to the airport, but he wasn't there. So then I didn't want to lose the ride. I had drove to go get him. So he said, I'm around the corner at the hotel. See, the hotel is on the app. So once again, why are you going to pick up someone that's not documented where they are? And he said, I couldn't change the location for pickup. That's absurd. I don't believe that, but that's what he said. And so that happened twice yesterday within 1 hour. 1 hour that happened. And so one guy took me all the way out. It said it was during high bonus time. I got bonus for every other ride, not for this one. He went from Brahmin Circle all the way downtown for $4.72. Ma'am, even when there is not a bonus, that ride is at least $8. I do it for a couple that has favorited me, and I get them all the time whenever they're going out to party. And that ride consistently is $8 to $9. I got $4.72. So that means the biometrics in what he was using and what he was doing did not calculate the ride to and from accordingly, because it would not have been that. I notated it and highlighted it. I drove over 6 miles, and he had an excessive wait time because they were drunk. They were completely drunk. And the girl was borderline not somebody I would want to pick up anymore. But regardless of the fact, I got the ride done. I was very proud. They were drunk as skunks. And I waited over the 5-minute time. They went to 2 locations, added a stop, and you gave me $4.72. And they did 2 rides. They went to a drop-off because the man said he didn't have his wallet and he was drunk. So I picked him up at Nathan Rim Way, which you wouldn't know where that is, but I picked him up at one location. They were drunk, so they did not come out on time at all. It was over the 5 minutes. I swiped in. I said, okay, you're going here? He said, no, I don't have my wallet. I need my wallet. They were drunk. He said, I need to go to my house. So he went in, he added the stop. I was willing to do that. I added the stop. He went there and said, oh, I ended the stop here. So what do I do? So the $4.72 was for the location from picking him up, taking him there to his house. He never paid me to take him back downtown. You understand what I'm saying? So there was a lot of misconfiguration in the app and in the time, because I'm supposed to get paid for time, especially last night when your demand was 200%. That means That means if I'm normally $5 a ride, it's now $15 to $17 for that ride because it doubled in price because of the demand. Everybody in the world, when I came home only because the app shut me off. I drove for almost 13, 14 hours yesterday. So I only came home because the app shut me off. Other than that, I would have stayed out. So I don't know if it was because of the people and the demand that caused the glitches, but I strongly suggest that for my account at least, that you see if it's just mine or other people's, that you have your security team. Because if I say that I'm going to Pasco Drive to pick someone up, I should not be picking someone up at Waffle House. If you said Pasco, you have to be at that location. It's for security. And if you're not at that location, you need to update it. And then your time needs to be in association in live form with my movements. And they're not. And every ride is 10 to 15 minutes off. That means I'm on a whole nother ride and you still have me over there. So I looked at that this morning and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to call the FBI or call you because FBI does everything. IC3, internet complaints. And so with this is my work. And this happened multiple times yesterday. And I got them highlighted. So I don't know whether you would want to have me to print these off and manually mail them to you guys. I can send them certified mail or next day mail. I definitely made enough yesterday to do that. But I don't want to send these to you through an email. I want to make sure that you have a physical, legible copy of my rides so that you can go through and see the inconsistencies here that are not time related and are to see where these accounts are being pinged, the original pickups and drop-offs, because it needs to not be a general area. That's just not, and then some don't even have prices. If you go back and look through my payout history, some of the rides that are most concerning don't have prices. That means something's wrong with those rides. And the 2 rides that I just pointed out to you don't have prices.
Yeah, this is a mouthful and it's totally unacceptable.
I hope it's recorded so you don't have to type all of this.
Yeah, all our calls are recorded, but while you were just speaking, I just had to also type out the most important parts, which everything was important actually, so I just had to type it out just to make sure that I don't forget all these pointers. Because when I'm listening to you, you're just speaking about safety, right? And safety is important for both you and our riders, right? So I heard you also speak about a camera in the car that you'd love for Lyft to provide you guys. So,
it's a great way to increase your profit margins. It will look great. It has a light on it. It has a charger. If the customer I don't let them charge in my device because anytime you're sending energy back and forth, we're not doing that. I know some people do, but I just do not allow people to plug up. I have a 2025, and so sometimes you can do that and hurt your system. So I just don't offer it. And plus, my camera and my phone is plugged, so I don't even have the extra port. But for this reason, your Lyft camera, it can attach to the ceiling, it attach to the dash, but it has a light, it has the camera, it has the camera port, and it's a wonderful way for you to make additional money, but it's for you to get that live coverage from each vehicle and the device to make sure that in the event I had an issue, we have the data and we're pulling it and we're reviewing it. You should never say, well, Crystal, send me your pictures. No, because I can edit that with AI. So you shouldn't do that. See, that recording on every ride, I know they do it on the phone. You need that live footage that comes instantly, that is time stamped, that is for your records in the event I had an issue like I have today. I want you to look at those two rides. But if you look at my two rides in my app, you won't find them. That's what I'm trying to tell you, because they're borderline not there. Because I went through looking for them, and you can see around. This might be it, but see, your rides are too general. It just says you went on this area to this area for 4 miles. That's not enough. You know what I'm saying? You got to get into investigator mode and see what would an investigator want if he looked at this, and you need to provide that. And if you can answer all of the investigators' questions from your app, then we got a 100% secure platform. And I can't answer all of his questions from looking at your app, because all I got is, well, she was in general in this area and general there. I don't want to be, well, let me go look at this phone. I don't want to do that. I want to look at your app and get a full story of what happened on December 27th of 2025. And I can't do that. And so that's what we need to work on. You have a great platform, and I loved working in Bowling Green yesterday for New Year's Eve. But I really think in those situations that became a tough call for me, I did not know what to do, because I got to pick this person up, but they're not here. And they're saying they can't edit it, and they keep calling me, and I can't call you. So I don't know what to do, you know? So I'm taking a risk by going somewhere else that I'm not covered. And you didn't cover them because I didn't pay you to go over there and pick that person up. And then if I cancel the ride, it affects my rate and I look bad. You see what I'm saying? So I went twice to do this.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I do not want to do that anymore. If they're not where you send me, I don't want to pick them up. And then if they're not where you send me to go and they're not there, and if I cancel, that reason needs to be in your list, because that's happening. And I think it provides, like I said, safety and security for the driver and the rider, so that you know where we both are at all times, because they're So I just wanted you to know, but I really want you to look at my rides yesterday so that you can see for yourself there is a consistent problem. And I hate to complain on day one, especially after I had a fantabulous night. But I couldn't ignore this, because I'm like, wait a minute, this thing is all over the place. I don't know if this is somebody else's account or what, you know?
Yeah. So you know what I want us to do, right?
Right.
Definitely have documented your reports and rest assured that all actions will be taken and this will be heard, right? So because also on our side we've been having certain issues, right? I want you to try and see what's gonna happen today if you're gonna encounter any problems like that. Problems from yesterday, basically. Because I think the main reason why we had problems yesterday was because it was the 31st and going into the new year, and you know how things tend to be in that time, right? So I want you to just try to go on the road, right? And I wanted to recommend you and tell you that you did a great job yesterday.
Thank you.
I've never ever seen someone who has done that before, but it's my first time, so you did a great job, right?
I did, and I got favorited so many times and not one complaint. And another thing, I have to know how to do. I cannot allow people to sit in the car in laps and all of that other stuff. It needs to be, they're not booking the vehicle. They're trying to be cheap. And they have six and seven people. I have an SUV, but it's a very small SUV. So I don't want to be mean, and it was very cold last night, but there needs to be a question in that how many passengers are with you, and that this car only allows up to, because I only seat three comfortably or four skinny people. But I don't let them ride in the front with me, especially if they're drunk, and everybody was drunk last night. So that's not a good thing to, yeah. But it was great. It was great. It was great. But yeah, you don't let them ride in the front with you if they're drunk, because they're talking with their hands, and you're trying to focus and drive. I'm getting graded while I drive, so I'm working. I'm having fun while I work, but I'm working. So I don't need somebody drunk in the front with me. But yeah, so those issues, if we can get them knocked out, I will try to go online today and see what happens. But I probably will not be driving at dark, I tell you that, until we can get this mapped out and see what is going on, because I want my location to be known by you at all times, because I'm at work. So I think we need to tap into this and see what went on last night, and then see if we can come up with a plan. I think we can. And by the way, the customers like the thought of having a lift camera in the car. They favored it when I mentioned it to them. And like I said, it's a way to make money for you, because I would have to pay for it, and I could pay over time, or I could pay out of each deduction. But if you offered it to me for $149, I would totally order it. I would totally order it.
Yeah. So, with the dash cam, it's something that I will definitely just put out there, right? Because what you guys do is that you buy your own, right? And we do recommend that you guys buy your own for safety concerns like this, right? And then I looked at those rides yesterday, right? I looked at the last ride that you did. Currently looking at it right now, right? And I want to assure you that, let me just tell you. So, I'll start from the beginning. So, it's a ride for Ryan, right?
Yeah.
So then, set their destination, and then they requested, they added a waypoint. And then someone accepted the ride, and then they did not do it. Someone else accepted, stopped the ride, and stuff. So it came to now you, right? Okay. So now when it comes to you, Crystal, it shows Crystal K accepted swap ride for Ryan, right?
Mm-hmm.
It shows us the location where you were and the ETA to the destination, to the pinpoint of where they are, right? Shows us when you arrived, shows us the distance, the arrival time, the initial destination, right? It shows us the pickup method that you picked up, and it shows us each and everything, right? So I am thinking it was a system glitch from yesterday, because we have your location, we have the route which you took, and also we have what we call a ride review. So ride review is where we just review everything that happened on the ride, time you took them, the text that you guys send to each other, you and the riders, the payment, everything like that, all the important details. If they cancel, the cancellation that goes to you, how many, the ratings that you guys got and everything. So I think it was just that. But if you do experience that today, please don't hesitate to call us, right?
Okay.
Definitely call us. And I have documented the report, and all our calls are recorded. So you can just tell them that you spoke to me and you did say this, and we took your documentation down, right? And let's go back to the dash cam. We always want you guys to have your own dash cam, just for your own safety, right? What if it happens that we put our dash cam in your car, and then something, it does not record or anything like that? So drivers right now have their own dash cams, right? Mm-hmm. They will tell you that ever since I bought that dash cam, I have really helpful. So while we wait for Lyft to consider these dash cam for you guys, I do recommend that you also get one for yourself, considering the fact that you're also a woman, right?
Yeah.
And it's currently not safe for us. We just not want to lie about that fact. It's not safe for us anyway. You can take a ride for Ryan, and when you get to Ryan's place, they become physical and stuff like that. But because now you don't have a dash cam at the moment and you're just waiting for Lyft, you don't have proof of that. But not that we're saying we're not going to believe anything that you say, because we believe everything that you guys say. Every report, we take it seriously. We take it with discretion also. So I do suggest that you also just look it up. Even if you can just get a second-hand one or a cheap one, just for your own safety and for your own sanity, right? And especially since it's the holidays and a lot is happening. A lot is just happening. And sometimes you just get a minor who doesn't have someone accompanying them. So now you have proof on the dash cam to say, this was who ordered the ride would deactivate that person. Hey, this is Tando. Tando hit me with a bottle in my head while I was driving. Proof in the dash cam, you have everything. So dash cam works in your favor. While we wait for Lyft, let's just get our own, right? Because Crystal, we are women. We need that dash cam to be in our car so that we can just avoid these problems, right?
Okay, I agree. Now, I do have one other issue before we get off the phone, and I'm going to go out and try it today. Let me ask you this question. What do you think? Can you put this in your notes to ask them? I think that Roku, I'm looking at my TV. I think that that Lyft should have a relay number, meaning this is, I don't feel comfortable with customers texting me from their personal cell phones. I think that is privacy data that should be restricted to me, and that there needs to be a relay number. You're the middleman. So if the person needs to call me or talk to me, they need to be talking and conversing through you, so that in the event there's any inappropriate information or anything, you're just protecting the customer's data. So I don't need to know your phone number. You don't need to be calling me. You don't need to be texting me, especially like I said, when they're drunk and they're conversational. This is where I am. It shouldn't be that much to talk about. Put the address in, and the address should come up with the name of the place. Like I said, we're trying to hone in on a specific location. See, if the person is at Kroger, it should say Kroger 2945 Scottsville Road. It should not just say 2900 Scottsville Road and then the biometrics lead me to Kroger. No, we need to know Crystal is at Kroger picking up Lily, and Lily is going to the police department. That's what we need to do. And so if we can focus on the phones, because see, the phones, if I'm conversing on the phones in that account, I had one person tell me, oh, I didn't book this ride on my phone. I booked it on Wi-Fi online, on Wi-Fi. See, I think that's a major security issue, because you don't know if that person is here or not. You understand what I'm saying? Like if they book for someone else, I don't think that's a good idea. Because anything can happen, and your job is to make sure that we got it 99.9% covered. We got it covered before you even think about it. So we're not allowing Wi-Fi calls, so that when that person get in the car, we making sure that you got a connection, so that if you do anything to this person, I know who you were that got in the car. I'm not allowing you to get in the car unless you got a solid device so that I could track you, so that in the event you did get hit in the head with a bottle, I know who got in the car. But if that person booked over Wi-Fi, I don't know who got in the car, because they just made an account and used the prepaid card and got in the car. See, I don't know. And your job is to make sure we know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be an
Oh,
FBI agent in my younger days. So as you can see, it's coming out. Oh, well, thank you so much. I hope you have a terrific day, and thank you again for a wonderful night. I really, really enjoyed working last night. I really did, and I thank you so much for the pleasure and the opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much that you enjoyed your day. Thank you so much that you're such a free spirited person. I really do appreciate having this talk with you. Just giving me insight of what you guys are going through and what we need to improve on our side. We really, really do appreciate you so much, Crystal. And don't forget, if you ever encounter any problems, give us a call. If you encounter any problems that you're not comfortable with, you can definitely cancel the ride. So, thank you so much for being the best part of Lyft. We appreciate you so much, okay?
All right, bye-bye.
Bye now.
That was a long conversation, and I'm supposed to be gone. I meant to tell her about that doggone cancellation rate. That's another thing. They should not be penalizing you because you don't know what the reason that you're canceling. They don't have enough reasons. If I could do that Lyft app, I'm telling you, man, I swear to God, them people would be like, oh my God, we love that girl's app. First of all, I would take drivers off. Sorry. I would probably have, I already said that anyway. I was going to put artificial intelligent, remote cars out there on the road that's more economical and cheaper and don't cost gas and are better in the environment, and it can give people the ability to get where they need to go faster and safer. But that's neither here nor there. But the Lyft app needs to see, first of all, like I said, you driving, I ordered the emblem when I first got on and they never sent it. So you need to have that saying that you're working for them. And then two, they need that snapshot that Progressive got, but they need a form for apps. That's what when I did, what is it? Something Connect. I did Connect, Riders Connect, or Platforms Connect, something like that. I did, and I wrote it down in my notebook. It's Delivery Connect. It's some kind of Connect service. That's not it, but it's something Connect, and so it's a system that I created for all platform drivers, Instagram, all of them. I created this device. I've created it. Take this, and this works for your platform. This is configured for yours. This is configured for DoorDash. This goes to the driver, the person that's applying. They get one per household, and you get it, and you plug it into your vehicle. This right here communicates to the car, lets me know the VIN, and then it lets me know this connects to this account. This right there stops hacking what is happening to me. All right? It plugs in the car, it Bluetooths to there. Look at that. Look how we linking. All right? We are linking to true variables in an effort to overcome fraud, systemic issues, and we're providing safety and security, and we're doing my favorite things. We're fostering growth and development. All right, so with Systems Connect, we're taking this, we're putting this into the system, plugging this into your car. When you're not at work, take it out. When you're at work, plug it in. Go online, It's going to read your system. I'm connecting to Systems Connect. Systems Connect is connected. You may go online now. You don't need a photo anymore. You don't need that. I got Systems Connect. All right? So Systems Connect is going to say, go ahead and put your fingerprint right here. I'm making sure that you're you going online to make money. So I'm linking all to true variables. So we have the device, we're plugging and playing, we're connecting over Bluetooth to this. Put your fingerprint in, you can go online. Now, once you go online, I'm picking up data from your actual vehicle, communicating with GPS to give you the most updated location to your address. You shouldn't be going around this street and down this street and over that street and come back around that way, because I be taking pictures for places where I ain't been. Go straight there and turn right. Don't go back over at Pasco, go through there, come down Harmon Street, come back around. Go straight 1 mile and turn right. When you drop it off, your ride has ended at 10 point that. Do you agree? Not rolling into the next app or call without verification of who you just dropped off. So then when the person gets in the car on the rider side of things, security, I got security there too. If you're booking the ride for someone, who are you booking it for? All right, I'm booking it for Carol. Then Carol is in there, or the person. You're not putting people in the car that's not on the thing. If it say James, pick up James. If it says Samaj, put him back. James is James. So are you picking up James? Is that a man? If it's a man, then pick him up. If it's not a man, leave him there. Or they have to go in and edit that this is a guest. See, this is security. See, if you're offering a service and paying for a service to be done, you have to provide, you have to be within state and federal guidelines to provide a product to people until they make sure it's safe. So when you're going online, this is what they need. It's Systems Connect. That's not the name, but it's Systems Connect today. And you connect it into here, into your car, and then it communicates the entire time. And it's keeping a track of where you are. So there's never a question on where is this person, and because my thing says, you dropped off this person at 2:16 a.m., but Lyft got it as shouldn't be that hard to get to. And I was just on it just now before I came in here. Okay. That's not it. Gosh, did they take it off? You're supposed to click on the day. Okay. And
What?
Golly.
I call
Y'all,
people phone.
huh?
Just gonna call people phone and don't say nothing.
You didn't answer the phone.
I did. I said hello.
Oh, nothing none come across. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Jesus. What you doing?
Just got home from work.
Okay, you want me to let you go to sleep?
I could talk for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just called to say Happy New Year, see what you was doing. See what you was doing today.
Going to work tonight.
You in?
Yep.
I went to work.
Last
Huh?
last night about just about $100 fireworks for my grandchildren. And Toya said they weren't going nowhere and they were staying home. So then I called Jim Harrison. I thought I was gonna go to his house and park. Went by his house. He said they was cleaning up. So he was in one of the ways like he want to be bothered. Then I called Kurt and he always hurting every holiday, so his feet's hurt. He can't walk or something. So then I said, well, you don't want to be bothered? It took him a long time to answer. Then he said, why you ask dumb questions? And then I say, I know you're not just going to come straight out and say you don't want to be bothered, but I mean, in so many words, you're saying it, you just ain't coming to understand. I said, which is you don't want to be bothered this time. I said, I just dropped something to eat off and going on to Japan's house. So then he was like, all right, after I said that. So I took him something to eat. Well, when I goes in the house, he's sitting on the edge of the bed. His nephew let me in. He's sitting on the edge of the bed. I opened the room door. He's sitting on the edge of the bed. I never knew he had a bedroom suit. He got a king size bedroom suit in his room. Not one time did I ever know he had a bedroom suit. I ain't say nothing. I just gave him his food and turned around and walked out. When I got in the car, I texted him. I said, so now I see what you, I say, now I see how you do it. I said, I see how you do it. I said, nice bedroom suit. I said, no wonder why you catching stuff. And then I said, um, and then I said, well, I ain't gonna bother you. I don't know why I got so offended about him having a bedroom suit. I guess because the simple fact you got a bedroom suit in your room, and not one time have you invited me over to spend the night or nothing to say I didn't got a new bed or something or nothing.
Well, you said the last time that it was a long time ago, but you said the last time the bed looked just like it was the same bed he had as a child. So he probably felt
Right,
bad.
which is nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with him getting a new bedroom suit, but look how long I ain't been over there, and you not one time did you even invite me to say, I done got a new bedroom suit, babe. Wanna come over here and stay the night now sometime. You be coming over here. That's because you be having other girls spending the night. You be having other girls spending the night now. No, you best believe that.
I don't know. That seemed like he was picking something.
It's not. It's not.
I see what you're saying, but it ain't enough that I would have said nothing about. I was like, oh,
It's not.
you got something cute. You ready for me to spend the night?
No.
I wouldn't have said. I
Mm-mm.
wouldn't have made no big deal about it, cause
Mm-mm.
he ain't
Why
slacking
would
with
you
nothing
throw
with
your
you.
Why would you throw yourself on when clearly he's acting like he don't want to be bothered? It's New Year's Eve. Clearly he's acting like he don't want to be bothered. Every holiday you broke up.
You just
Every
said he was
holiday
over
I
there for
was
Christmas, and he wanted you to go with his family.
yeah. After not going nowhere with you, nowhere else.
You're complaining
Nowhere
about
else.
the wrong thing, and you constantly say you know him. So I'm not understanding.
I am not. I am not. I'm just saying. Last night pissed me off about the bedroom suit.
So Toya, her ghetto boyfriend didn't want to pop the firecrackers outside, or they didn't want to pop them with you.
No, I didn't buy them for them to pop. I bought them for my grandbabies, them to pop, and me watch them. Toya don't even want me to know where she stay at,
So
which is the reason I, which is the reason I think that she say Si couldn't go was because that mean I would have had to come pick him up. And she say the boy, she don't know whether the boy want me to know where she stay at because he ain't even told his mom where they stay.
so you mean to tell me she said I can't go as much as you do for him, and she call you by him whenever she want to? And
Yeah,
last
she
night
said
she
he.
said he can't.
Yeah, she said he couldn't go. They was gonna stay home like a family.
Oh, child. Okay, then you be a family for the rest of the year too. I'm glad you
But
starting
I
off
think, but
right.
I think, but I think she thought I was gonna drop the firecrackers off there. But I'm gonna drop them out there for him and his teenage son to enjoy the fireworks. And I don't even know whether Sal gonna even get a chance to watch them. And then I'm not even there either, and I don't want to unbound them. So the darn firecrackers in the trunk ain't nothing I could do with them. $100 box of firecrackers. Nobody popped them.
Why wouldn't you ask somebody before you did that?
I don't know because I was trying to surprise the grandchildren.
You shouldn't be
Get
buying them
Sal.
anything else. You did enough for Christmas. That is it. That is way too much.
So if
So,
they don't expire, I guess they'll be in there for 4th of
so
July if they don't be don't
why you
expire.
ain't take them to Deer and then y'all do something today? It's still New Year's Day.
Me and Derek was together, but he was at the trying. We'll pop them. And then I was like, I need to go home because I got to go to. I didn't go to sleep. No, and I got work at 7. I went to get the fireworks. I went to breakfast. I went to get my nails done. I went to get something to eat. I never went to sleep until 9 o'clock last night. 9 or 10 o'clock last night, and I had to go to work this morning. From yesterday morning at 7, from doing 30 hours. I never did go to sleep until 10 o'clock last night.
Wow.
And so I told him I can't wait till the no end of the day. I said I got to go home and go to sleep.
Mhm.
And then so I came home and went to sleep, and I mean, I went to Jamar's house and spent the night.
Oh, really? Oh,
And
so they
then
let you stay the night, but they didn't want to do the firecrackers.
they didn't say nothing about that. They didn't want to do the firecrackers. He texted me at 8 something and said they out here popping firecrackers because he was saying that they can't pop firecrackers in their neighborhood because it's an apartment complex. So he was saying we can go to Miss Joanne's house, which is Nobody's grandma, and pop the firecrackers in Pepper Ridge. But then they was cleaning up, and when I guess when he got home from work, he got frustrated because he had to help clean up because nobody was doing like that deep cleanup. And he started helping cleaning up, and then he had no trouble, bro. We've already cleaned up. It's gonna take too long. So he wasn't in the mood, and he still had his work clothes on. So I felt like I was just in the way. And he was like, "You can stay if you want to. I'm just saying we're cleaning up." So I rolled off and went to Jamar's house. I mean, I went to Derek's house, and then when I left Derek's house, I was gonna go home. But then Jamar's text and said they popping firecrackers out here. And then I said, well, I called him. I said, well, I was headed home. He's like, bro, that's you if you want to go home. I told you to come back over. And then I said, I really just want to spend the night because I got to go to work and it's right here. And I had brought my work clothes, but I really had brought my work clothes and stuff to spend the night with Kurt. But didn't know nothing about he ain't had no bed. I really had brought my work clothes and stuff to spend the night with him. But when he was acting all like, when I was saying, I said, you want me to come over?
Mm-hmm.
It was just quiet like this.
Really?
And then I said, I mean, you don't feel like being bothered. And then it's still quiet. And then I said, I mean, he was like, why you ask stupid questions? And then I said, I mean, that's not a stupid question. I said, I'm just clearly, I mean, I'm sure you're just not gonna come out and say I don't want to be bothered, but you can still not want to be bothered and not say it. And I said you broke up every Christmas, so I figured you might not. I mean, you act like you don't want to be bothered. I said I could just bring you some, drop you something to eat off, and go to Jamar's house. And then when I said that, his response was quick. All right. So I guess that's when I went and seen that you got a nice bedroom suit, and not one time it's New Year's Eve. Not one time that you say I don't care, Ted. When I say you don't want to be bothered, you be like, yeah, you come over here. Not one time. Not fast. Not nothing.
I really don't understand why you care if you just said for Christmas you wasn't with him.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just saying I don't care.
You care.
I don't care. Just don't come get in my bed no more. You got the same size bed now. You don't have to come over here and get in mine.
Okay, I need a speaking of beds, I need a mattress set. What do I do? What's your opinion? I'm trying to think of what to do. I really don't want to get in no debt. I've been trying to find one online to buy. I changed my bed. I got a bed for Christmas. Got it from Goodwill, but I ain't got no what you call it. No I ain't got no mattress, and I'm sleeping across the bed, and it is really not working out.
What you want to tell you? Just say you don't want to be in debt. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Oh no, I went to work yesterday, and I had a very good day yesterday. That's what I'm trying to tell you. My brakes is squeaking so bad. I'm gonna go to AutoZone and figure out what this is, because this is a brand new car. It should not be doing that.
That don't mean your brakes not going bad because it's a brand new
I
car.
took it. I just went and got an inspection to drive, and I just went and got my oil change, and they do one, and I just took it back, and for that reason, and they said because my car is under warranty, and they said it is nothing wrong, and they tell lies anyway. I don't even think they be doing the stuff they
Into
say.
this a new year. I don't want to hear all of that.
Okay. I swear, next time you tell me anything about Kurt, that's what I'm gonna say. Going, this is familiar. I don't want to hear that. It sounds boring. You say the same stuff all the time.
And you start this y'all complaining. That's why I want to hear. I don't want to hear that.
What are you doing? You ain't
I
said
didn't
nothing
complain.
good yet. Not one
I
thing.
would. I was not complaining. I was telling you what happened yesterday. You said, "What did you do yesterday?"
No,
I was
I
not
did not.
complaining.
I said, what are you doing today? I never asked you anything about yesterday. But you haven't said
You said,
anything good yet. I did. I said I had a great day yesterday. I had the best day. I'm trying to, and then while I'm driving, my brakes start squeaking and they sound loud and ugly. So yes, that is aggravating. So that's why I said that. Now, other than that, that wouldn't have even came up. I'm driving around trying to find a mechanic or find somewhere to go to get them checked. And then I was looking for a mattress too. So I'm driving while I'm talking. That's why my conversation is in those areas because that's what I'm actually doing. But I called Easter and she sound I don't know what it is in the water down there in Augusta, but I told her she ain't have to call me no more at all. Cause I called her, ain't did nothing. I called, she answered the phone and said hello. And she sound real low. And she'll never tell you what be wrong with her anyway, so I would not even know. And she won't tell you nothing. So I said, what's wrong? And then no, I said, hey. And I said, what you doing? And she said, why? And I said, God, Lee. And then I said, well, I just called to say Happy New Year. And she said, it ain't the New Year. And then I said, well, what you doing for today? Tonight you going to church? And then she said, don't be asking me nothing. And I said, look, I'm finna go. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you ain't got to worry about calling me tomorrow either. And then when she got off the phone, she sent that long Christian text. I ain't like reading that junk. And I ain't responding no more. But she been acting like that for like a month. It is so not her. But she told me she went to the doctor and that she had to get some tests done. And she has been not been the same since then. And you can't get Easter to tell you absolutely nothing. So if the doctor told her something, or if he didn't, or if something is wrong, you ain't gonna get her to. She's not gonna tell you nothing, and she ain't gonna let her kids tell you either. The only one to know is Lana. So I don't know what is wrong, but when I say she ain't, me and her talk all the time, all day, and she never act like that. She just screams for no reason, and I was just like, I said, people is retarded. These they just have no sense whatsoever. And I just got off the phone. I don't know whether she worried about Sharon or not. We both got texts from Sharon, and she said that that wasn't Sharon. That the Holy Spirit told her that it was not. You heard me.
"What did the text say?"
It was an email first. I emailed because Easter would never do it. She acted like it was illegal. So I emailed her and said, why don't you call somebody and tell somebody where you at and what's going on? And I said, because Easter worried about you. And then, no, I messaged that. Then she messaged back almost within a reasonable time and said that she had moved and that um, she was doing all right. No, she just said she moved and where she was. So I said, why don't you call somebody and say that? Because Easter worried about you. And then I gave her my number and Easter number. So she she didn't call, and she texted Easter and said that that's where she was, that what was going on, and Easter got mad at that. And I said, well, what are you mad for? You wanted her to respond. She responded. And then she said the Holy Spirit said that's not her. So I said, okay. I don't know what else to say about it. So I just left it alone from there. I ain't say nothing else. So then she got real, real mad about that. So I don't know whether she Mad about that or mad about something else that she's not saying nothing about. But she definitely ain't acting herself. And she ain't been calling Carrie either. And they talk too, just like me and her talk. But she said, and I got the number from Sharon, and she said I didn't respond to the text, but um, she said it was an email and a text, and she said she moved, and she told Easter that she was doing legal work. You heard me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what
I
she said.
don't know what could be wrong.
What you mean?
Look at East.
If she not acting the same at all, not at all.
Well, she texted me with a normal text, and it just said Happy New Year to you too. That's it.
Right. And like if you text and say something like that, she'll respond. But if you call or if you talk, she's not the same at all. Her voice don't even sound the same, and she real mean, real mean, like hurt your feelings mean. She told me the other day, we ain't no family, we ain't this. I don't know what y'all who y'all people is. I ain't got to be talking to y'all. I don't need to talk to none of y'all. And I said, God, Lee, what is wrong with you? I don't know what it is, but I don't know. She told me that's the only thing I could be thinking of, either something with the doctor or something with her retirement or just something else that she's so private, so holy. You can't talk to her about anything. I said, well, I'm gonna let you go. And she said, you ain't letting me do nothing. You ain't got the power to let me do nothing. And I said, oh God. I just hung up, and she didn't call, and she didn't say nothing today at all. And that too is not like her. So I just said, this family is definitely retarded. Something is definitely wrong. Then I said, well, why don't we just, if you don't really think it is, then why don't we just call Gwanda? We all call the police together and tell them the number that we got the text from. And she said, I ain't doing nothing. Don't put me in none of that. I ain't in none of that. I ain't getting into none of that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care nothing about none of it. Then turned right back around in the same sentence and said, well, if I ain't calling nobody because I know they ain't her, and I ain't got no good feelings about none of this. So I don't know whether that is like really bothering her, and she don't want to say anything about it. But I don't know. But she just not the same at all. She don't even call me anymore at all, like at all. We used to talk on the phone for 3 4 hours. Easter don't call me at all. And she mean, real mean. So I just said I'm just gonna leave it alone. I just focus on myself.
Not the size of it.
Huh?
I said that's not the size of it.
Yeah, it is. I did finally talk to I talked to Vanna and I talked to Nika for Christmas, and she acted retarded too. She didn't even want to give me her phone number, and we ain't fell out or nothing. So I was just like, these people is really retarded. There's something really wrong in this family that everybody is just separated and by themselves, and then when you be the one to act like a family, they act like you doing the wrong. And I was like, well, what's your number? Because Vanna called her, but Vanna ain't say I'm calling Nika. Vanna just joined her in as a surprise. So when she joined in, I just heard the voice and said, hey. And so when we was finished talking, I said, well, what's your number? And she was like, I'ma call you. And she was like, but we gonna talk about it. And that was it. I ain't heard no more from her.
Mm.
I said, it's definitely something wrong. It's a little problem somewhere. But I guess I'm gonna do laundry today. I'm not working today, I don't think. I'm tired. And I've been working every single day. But I'm so happy because I actually got my bills and stuff caught up. You know, when I didn't wasn't working at Dollar General, my rent and stuff had fell behind. So I finally got my rent and stuff all caught up and everything, and so I'm really good. So I'm just gonna take the time that since I ain't talking to Easter, I talk to you every once in a while, and I don't really have nobody to talk to. I'm just gonna take the time to do something for myself. I'm gonna try to find me some friends and get into some social groups. Maybe go to a Zumba class or just be doing stuff like that so I can meet some people on my own and just build my own life. Because I've been here in Bowling Green, it'll be 6 months next month. So that means I am officially starting my life over, and this is what it's going to be. So I might as well just go ahead and get settled into my life and just stop worrying about what's going on with other people and just go ahead and just start living my life. And then I said I was going to get me a prayer closet like the War Room, the movie. And so I told God last night that I really thought that me and Nico's relationship was irreparable. And God told me it's not. And so to just pray for it and just to let him do it. So every day I get up, I'm putting Nico in my prayers constantly, for God to give us a relationship. Because I thought about him last night when I be talking to all these people and they had a churn and a grandchurn. I'd be like, that is so crazy that he lived right there. And somebody asked me yesterday, so he lived that close to you and don't talk? And I said, no.
When he texted me, something Happy New Year, and I text him first though. And I said Happy New Year. He texted back said Happy New Year too. I love y'all. And Corey called today. Said Happy New Year. And then Cassius text. I said Happy New Year.
How he doing?
Then Bertrand text. I said Happy New Year.
I ain't get no call and text but from you. My phone be so dry. I don't even know why I have a phone bill. Um, I didn't get no call from. I ain't gonna worry about it because I'm having a good year. I had a bill yesterday. My light bill. I told you I called you about it. Girl, that thing worked out so good. God worked that thing out. I left out of that. I was so happy yesterday that I ain't have to worry about that. I ain't have to worry about my lights off. And I needed $75. And when I tell you God blessed me with that $75 over yesterday, I said, thank you, Lord. So I ain't gonna be really worried about nothing else. I can't I'm happy in doing what I'm doing, working and taking care of myself, and my apartment is coming along great. And I told you I got me a rug for Christmas, and I got me a big picture. The picture looks so good over my sofa. And I got my little lights. So I'm doing my apartment and working in my room. I'm gonna get me a comforter set today. And I probably, you know what, I might do going, it make real good sense. I might put me just an air mattress on top of the bed frame. That's smart. You don't think so?
It's all right.
It's all
I'm
right.
ready to take a nap now.
Oh my God, you so boring. All right, bye.
I call you tonight.
Okay, bye.